Well, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, I'm not sure. Well, wherever you are, how you doing? It's Colin Daniel from riffninja.com, and I'm just going to show you the 4-bar intro to All Along the Watchtower. One time I had a student ask me, a very good student, he said, Colin, can you tab out the intro riff to All Along the Watchtower the way Jimi Hendrix did it? And you know, I said to myself, I'm going to get this as close as I can to what Jimmy was playing, but it never happened. What you got to remember, boys and girls, with this, especially with Jimmy, was he played his guitar upside down a lot of times. Not necessarily all the time, but he could either or both. Sometimes he restrung them. His right-handed guitar, he would restring it so that, you know, the strings were coinciding from low to high like they are on a right-handed guitar. Other times he just grabbed the guitar and played upside down. According to his best friend, Buddy Miles, God rest his soul, both of them, Buddy said Jimmy could do it either way, and whatever was convenient for him, that's what he did. So we have to take that into consideration, because we really don't know. I don't know what he did there. And, you know, it's in C minor. So it's based on the C minor pentatonic scale. This is the one position, and then the climb. Some people call this the Mixolydian scale. I don't care what you call it. And it starts with this slide up. I start from the 10th fret and slide up. So I'll slide up a whole step, pick it and slide. And right underneath it with my second finger, I catch the next harmony, which is on the 11th fret. So those are your first three notes. The slide. That's a bit tricky. You have to do a one-tone bend and then vibrato. And although you'll see I've got three fingers here because I like to use my pinky here. I don't know if Jimmy did or not. Probably not. He had really long fingers. I would say he didn't. He probably went. But I find this more convenient for the move, for me anyways. That'll be up to you. But it's slide up to the 12th fret, and it's a down up pick, and then it's like I stretch it, mute it, stretch it, mute it, and then the third time I hang on to it and vibrato it. Now I go, I don't strike it, I strike it after I've stretched it. So I'll go, and I'll just hold that stretch there. So I'll pick it and let it come back down. It's a one-tone bend. And this is my reason why I use my second and third fingers and my pinky for the highest stretch. Even though I got to have my other fingers in behind it, the stretch is happening from the 13th fret, right where my pinky is. And I'm just using my other fingers underneath it to help me. And that way I can get the last note of his phrase, right? So that's my first phrase. Now we switch to the first position. That's a slide up, slides up to the 10th fret. Same kind of trick, you know. So that stretch is really hard to get the right feel for. You'll struggle with that, trying to nail that. It's so hard to play it slow, I find it extremely difficult. But to get it up to speed, that's all done on the second string. I slide up on the third. then all the way down to the 10th fret, right? Comes from the pentatonic climb, right? So again, that's 12th fret with your 3rd finger, 10th fret with your 1st finger, right? So stretch from the 13th fret, a whole step, drop it back down, let it ring. 11th fret with your 2nd finger on the 2nd string, then cross over, 3rd finger, 3rd string, 12th fret, 1st finger, 3rd string, 10th fret, then it drops back down. And these are random slides, like, I think it's at least a tone slide, so you'd have to slide from, let's say, the 8th to the 10th. So that's a slide on the 4th string, 8th fret, to the 4th string, 10th fret, and then you cross over to the 3rd string, 9th fret, or I mean 8th fret. And then you do the stretch again. So again, first phrase, second phrase, third phrase. It's kind of an over-exaggeration. Pick, stretch, pick, pick, and then vibrate. It's like going with your stretch, right? You're going up a tone, and that's at the 10th fret, 3rd string. And that's a very tricky move to play it at the speed Jimmy's playing it at. The last move, or the last phrase, you're coming down from the string stretch, you strike it, that's on the 3rd string, you're stretching from the 10th fret to the note at the 12th fret, because you're stretching a whole step, right? So it's, and then there's a pick and a hammer on a pull off. So he goes, you're already in the stretch, you're already stretched up. Now you hit it again and let it go back down. So pick, hammer, pull off, down to the root, which is on the 10th fret, 4th string. So and then last but not least, your string bend. Again, here you'll see I use all 4 of my fingers, and it's just a habit. It's because it helps my pinky, which is weak, to stretch up. And it's a whole tone stretch, and then you got to hold it up. And it is very hard to make this riff sound good. It takes quite a bit of practice. Jimmy was an incredible technician that way. When you start to study a riff like this, it'll just blow your mind, especially like I've been playing all my life. But I've played this riff a lot because I love the riff, but I've never been able to like nail it like Jimmy. I can get it close, but I've never been able to quite get that essence. I don't think anybody can of what Jimmy got there. It was a pretty amazing riff. If there's a study of how to string bend, it's right here in this riff. One more time. Oops. All right. That'll keep you sweating for a while. It sure did with me. It's not as easy as it looks. Be patient. It's a tricky one. Some of the hardest riffs I've played are the ones that you listen to go, oh, that's easy. I'll play that. And then you put your nose to the grindstone with it, and it's like, oh, it's not that easy. Don't let this one fool you. If you can learn to play this, it'll surely improve your lead playing by a long shot, because that whole area, of course, can be moved up or down. I've played this song in 3 or 4 different keys. I've played it in B minor and C minor and C sharp minor. The original's in C minor, apparently. There you go. Good luck. Have lots of fun. Play hard and be patient with yourself. And we'll see you soon. Colin Daniel from riffninja.com. Signing out.